Hey everybody, it's Somnius Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. In the last episode, we went to the Melty Molten Galaxy and got some stuff, and the Dreadnought Galaxy got a comet, Star Bunny hunting. This episode, we're going to go back to the Melty Molten Galaxy and take on a few last missions before it all comes to an end. Melty Molten Galaxy, Daredevil Comet. The last galaxy's comet. This one is a bit of a doozy. The Lava Spire Daredevil Run. A lot of people consider this one of the more annoying comet missions in the game. Or at least I think I've heard people saying that.
You have to run this entire mission from start to finish with 1 unit of health. So, that makes it a little bit challenging. And there are no checkpoints, so if you fail, it's right back to the start. To try again, and see if you can get to the end. Yeah, you can see why this is not a lot of people's favorite mission. Especially considering there's a lot that you could potentially get hurt by without even trying. And again, that goes for a lot of missions. I've made this joke before, but it is true. You don't really try to be hurt too much in video games like this, unless there's some kind of strategy where getting hurt or dying, losing a life, can make it faster for you to do something. Anyway, the star bits in the volcano are not worth it when you can get killed instantly by the lava in there because of only 1 health. Additionally, you want to be very careful on this pull star segment because hitting any of these flying projectiles, the trails that they leave even can hurt you, I believe. I believe. So, that was pretty close. So yeah, you want to do this. No, there is nothing back here, by the way. That I checked. It is absolutely barren. There is nothing. This part of the level is one where it starts getting a little tricky. Because you've got these things flying around, you've got lava, you've got gas plumes that can ruin your day. And you've got star chips to collect, and you're pretty far along in the mission, and if you screw up once, you're back to the beginning, and that's honestly the most annoying thing about some of these missions, is if you mess up once, you have to start all over. No matter how far along you were. But we've gotten to the lava spire already. Depending on if I fail or not, I'm probably not going to speed this particular Daredevil Comet up. You'll understand why once I get to the end of the episode, probably. Actually, hold on. I will speed this up, because I have decided what I'm going to do. Wow. Insult to injury much. And try again. Try again. From the start. Yeah. That's why this is annoying. Like I said, I don't usually have that much trouble with this mission. I don't remember this being one I personally have had issue doing with this Daredevil Comet. But it's just kind of, yeah. Actually, no, I've decided against what I thought I decided I was going to do for the end of this episode, so this is all confusing me. I need more time to think about what I'm doing for this endgame portion, and I don't have any more time to think about it because I'm actually recording it now. Oh crap. Well, it'll turn out how it'll turn out. Anyway. But I guess I'll just explain why exactly this is complicated. At the end of this episode. That was bad timing, bad planning, bad decisions, poor life choices, all around. Yeah. You don't have much room for error on this mission. So, yeah. I'm probably gonna start kind of like trimming out all but the fail bits on failed runs that don't reach where I've already been. That just seems like the simplest policy on episode cutting that I can think of, and it works. Unless I can think of something particularly interesting to commentate about during the failed run. But anyway, and I will try to at least keep some sense of interesting commentary going the entire time, because otherwise my videos would not be... Otherwise, I can't tell when I'm going to succeed with my runs anyway, and I want to do the whole thing of my ultimate success. I don't know, I don't think that's really necessary, but it's something I like having in my videos, is a complete run where I did succeed. So, I don't know. Wait for the fireballs to go past. You know what? I'm going to go back to a tangent I was on at the end of last episode, because I don't know, I want to talk about it, and it's really weird that I want to talk about it, but no. Root beer. And there's that planet in the distance. The Root Beer J is what I'm going to call that planet from now on. The Root Beer J. Anyway, but no. Root beer... I don't know, I don't know what else to say. It's good. The standard kinds are decent. I will drink them constantly if I am given a chance at a restaurant. You will rarely see me order a drink that is not root beer if a restaurant serves root beer. So, I think once I almost got drunk off of root beer. I mean that figuratively. I didn't literally get drunk. I was in middle school. Or something. I think it was middle school. But no, I just had so much root beer during that day between a trip to a bowling alley and dinner at Applebee's that I was seeing strange colors. Like, in my vision. Floating in front of my face. On the ride home from Applebee's that night. And I blame the massive amounts of root beer I drank that day. Possibly seriously, definitely somewhat facetiously, for sure. Anyway, get to the top of this lava spire. Whoa, that was a very close call. I almost lost that. That extra life is not worth it because I'm pretty sure I still have 200, not 200, I have 276 280 star bits, but I have 99 lives, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we got a star. That's what matters.
How long did that take me, recording time-wise? About 10.5 minutes. It's going to be sped up slightly, but not enough to significantly cut down the time. I don't think I failed enough to really cut out failed attempts. And especially since there's not much to do this episode. So, with that, let's go to the Melty Molten Galaxy and finish the last mission of this galaxy for now. Yes. This is Fiery Dino Piranha. Yes, the first mission of the first galaxy was Dino Piranha. The last mission of the last galaxy, Dino Piranha but on fire. That, I don't know. Some people think that's kind of a cheap reusing of a boss. I think it is actually kind of neat. Because it does kind of serve a nice bookend purpose, and the fire does add a bit of purpose. I don't know. A bit of difficulty. I still kind of wish they had done a Daredevil run of this boss. They could have... I don't know. The Lava Spire Daredevil run is a good one too, and it's not really... I don't really think they should have cut that out, but I kind of wish I could have seen a Daredevil run of this boss, because the fire does make it kind of easy to take damage constantly. I don't know why I'm talking about the boss already. We haven't even gotten through the level. I should be talking about the level. Or more about root beer. Why do I keep wanting to talk about root beer? Who knows? Maybe it's just because I'm addicted to it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I was literally addicted to root beer. This planet is the same one as... This little area is the same as one from the first mission, but instead of collecting star chips, what you actually have to do is kill all these lava bubbles. Yeah, They don't make it very clear, but you do have to kill all of them to make the launch star onward appear. And it's a little annoying when you forget that and go to the end of the planet and then realize you're going to be way back at the beginning when you unlock the launch star. Lure this one away from his little pool of lava so that you actually can have time to stomp his face in. So, I don't know. Yeah, like I've said, glass bottled root beer is definitely better than... Glass bottled soda in general is definitely better than plastic bottled soda or canned soda or fountain soda. At least in my opinion. Because, I don't know. I mean, there have been some kinds of root beer that I have tried that I didn't like. Like, I found that, like, of the craft root beer types, there are different ones that taste different. It's like based on the region they were made in. Like, there's, like, different practices of making root beer for different regions. And I found that a lot of ones I don't like tend to be from, like, the New England area around Massachusetts or something. And I'm not sure why. They just taste really watery and bland to me. Root beers from, say, Massachusetts. Which is kind of weird. But I don't know. And a lot of ones that I do like, of all places, tend to be made in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, or... Like I said, my favorite is probably still the Saranac, which is made in New York. So I guess if you consider that in New England, I don't, but... It's close enough, I guess, geographically, that you could consider it in that region. But, no, I think there are some pretty good ones that are made in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Chicago. I know Chicago's Illinois. Don't get literal on me. The literal police are after me. No, not the literal police, but the literal police. I should stop making stupid jokes that are very vague, because that is not... Probably could get me in trouble if I said that the wrong way at the wrong time. The literal police. The dream police, they live inside of my head. I'm singing Cheap Trick for no reason. That sling star will launch you right up to here. There is nothing I need from you, sir. Nothing. You cannot help me at all. I have full health, I have full lives. I think. But, yes. I am thirsty now and I want root beer. Dang it, Josh. And he is red and black and fire all over. Yeah, that was a weird way of trying to do that joke, but anyway. You have to smack the ball on the back of his tail when he is not on fire, or you will be the one who is sent screaming in pain instead of him. Also, he leaves a fiery trail when he's on fire, so stay away from that. Also, timing when he is not on fire can be a little tricky, but okay, he does take one more hit than what I had done, because the first one doesn't count. Also, now there is so much fire everywhere. It's like I'm playing the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 5. Topical joke. I haven't even seen the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 5, but everyone's first reactions to it from when it was released basically boiled down to, holy crap, why is everything on fire? For the beginning. I don't know. Anyway, that joking aside. He's dead, Jim. And with that, we have one more star. And this will get me into the point of which I was not sure what I was going to do for the ending of this episode. But it's been about long enough that I can honestly probably call this a fairly short episode here with a little bit of time to explain. We have 104 stars. Save our game, no. Talk to the Luma. We have, on this list, every star we can get, currently, in all of these galaxies. Notice, however, that these 15 on this first page do not have a crown. There is another comet for all 15 of these galaxies that has not showed up yet. Those comets do not show up until you beat the final boss, who also has a star, and is in its own galaxy that we have not put on this map yet. So, that comes out to 16 stars added onto our 104. These 15 stars are not available yet. So the only stars that we can do, the only star we can get right now is this one here at the center of the universe, fighting the final boss. I could show that in the next episode, and then do the last 15 stars. But then I would have to go to the final boss again to show the complete end credits that don't run until after you have beaten that final boss. So that is basically how that works. The other thing I was thinking of doing that I was going to explain a bit here was the library. If you go into this library, Rosalina will read you a storybook. The storybook has 9 chapters. Only the first 7 will unlock before you beat the final boss. So, right now, I could not show you the complete storybook. I cannot show you the final boss because there's not enough time for that in this episode, obviously. And I cannot... Well, I don't know. See, here's what I'm thinking of trying to do. I'm thinking... Next episode, I will meet you back here after defeating the final boss. I will do that off camera. Not off camera. I will beat the boss, record it, but not put that as next episode. Next episode, I will meet you back here with 105 stars and the last set of comets unlocked. And we will start clearing out those comets to get to 120 stars. Then I will do the final boss again, record it as well, and for the finale episode, I will try to show the most consistent... I don't know. See, I was trying to think of doing some weird technical editing trickery to make it look the most complete, but I'm not sure how I can do that. I want to do the... You know what? This is the end of this recording session anyway, so I'm probably just going to think about that a little bit more, maybe talk to some friends over it, and in the next episode, I will meet you back with what I'm going to do. See this red star? You can use it anytime. Yep, that's what Mama said. Yeah. Well, Mama said knock you out. What do you have to say about that? Nothing, because I knocked you out, fool. Oh boy. That was probably one of the silliest and stupidest things I've ever done. But sure. Anyway. I need to think. So, that'll be it for this episode. Meantime, comments below. Respawn, vibrate, feedback, resonate. Tell me everything you think. I'll probably have recorded and decided on what I'm going to do for the final boss by the time you see this next episode. So, I will see you then. Good night.